Alright, we're going to go ahead and do the XY assembly. I've already gone ahead and put this pulley onto this motor. The instructions said that you might have a little bit of problems and you might have to sand it down, and I did just that. I took my little Dremel and kind of sanded down the shaft a little bit because I had a heck of a time getting that on there, just like the instructions said I would. So I went ahead and did that. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started. The first thing we're going to do is go ahead and mount this motor under the MakerBot here, under the box. And we're going to want the wires here to face the outside of the box, so they're going to come out. I hope this comes out on my deal there, but it's just going to go through that little hole like so, and then we're going to use the 10mm bolts to secure it. So we'll go ahead and do that and be on our way. Alright, now we've got that done, and we're going to go ahead and work on our idler pulley here. So again, you want to take the 50mm M8 bolt. It has the, the little smooth part there, and you're going to take the remaining pulley, the big pulley, stick on there, and go ahead and thread this as tight as you can get it. So go ahead and do that real quick. Alright, and we've got that. I'm going to do my best to get this on video. If I don't, I apologize. Maybe we can use this. Anyway, this bolt's going to go in the little slot there, and then you're going to take the remaining nut and just loosely put it on there, because you're going to have to tighten it later. So just kind of like that. Okay, so anyway, now we're going to go ahead and install two of these little covers. They say RC on them, and that stands for rod covers, So we're going to go ahead and install one there, and install one there, and I'm going to keep all my writing going the same way. And then you'll want to go ahead and secure it with 8 nuts, but I'm not sure where I just put them because I was moving around for the camera. Alright, I went ahead and changed the angle on the camera for this next step. Alright, so what we're going to do is go ahead and install the XY assembly on the inside of the MakerBot. You're going to take your plastic piece here that we installed, before. It's got 3 holes on the bottom, and the Y stage here has 3 little bolts on top. So just take it, and it's going to kind of fit on there into those 3 holes, and it should fit pretty even like that. Alright, so now what we're going to do is go ahead and install this piece to the inside of the box. You're going to want to make sure your little small stepper motor here faces the front of the box. And one of the things from earlier, if you guys will be able to see this, maybe if I take this off you'll be able to see, you want to make sure your wires here for your motor come into that little groove, and like I said earlier, you might want to secure that with a zip tie. So I'm going to go ahead and secure mine now with a zip tie, since I obviously didn't do it any other time. So now I've got those secured like that. And we're going to want to go ahead and install this. Make sure your belt goes through that big center gap. And we're going to go ahead and install one side on one side and one side on the other side. Not too hard. Alright, when you've got that done, I don't know if this will come out on video as well, but you have your long rods, and they'll go through. Alright, so scratch all that. The small idler pulley, that one is going to go towards the back of the MakerBot. So the same side that has the power supply showing. That'll go in like that, and make sure your belt goes through the slot. Make sure your cables are all out of the way, and then go ahead and secure the belt around the 2 pulleys. Loosely, of course, because we're just going to do them tight later. It's going to go like that. Then we're going to take our long rods, and as you'll see, there's really only one way to do that. That's how I just figured that out. And mine take a little effort because I've got a lot of lacquer and varnish, but it should go right through the slots on the X stage, and it should go all the way through. And again, you're not going to be able to see it, but it should go all the way through into the other side. So do this with the other one. Alright, when you've got those in place, we're going to go ahead and install the other rod cover ends. Let's see if we can change our video angle. So the directions say that if your rod's here too short, they'll move back and forth when the device is moving, causing wear and tear. Said you can put some hot glue over it, but typically I don't like hot glue because you can't remove it very well. So I took a little bit of the pink stuff that the motherboard came in, and I'm just going to kind of cram a little piece of foam right there like so, and then we're going to go ahead and install 2 more RC or rod covers over that. And I'll probably press that in there a little bit better. Hot glue might work, if you like hot glue, feel free to use hot glue. So anyway, go ahead and install, if your pieces are a little bit short, or your rods are a little bit too short, go ahead and install something there, whatever it may be, and go ahead and install your 4 nuts and 4 bolts. Alright, we've got that done, and now the only thing left to do is go ahead and tighten down the belt and the pulley. So it says you want it tight, but not overly tight. Hey, pretty cool. Alright, I guess we can just go ahead and put this back on now. And there we go, XY stage. Hope you guys can see that. It works. So nice. We're cruising right along. Alright.